From Bonita Vista Middle School, this is the Presidio Soccer League 2017. Hello again, everybody. I'm Greg, GK Porter for GK Sports. We're at the game. This match in the G2008 birth age is between Poway Vaqueros Academy and Bonita Matrix. The Poway Vaqueros are going from right to left, and they are in all green with the white numbers, and left to right is the Bonita Matrix, and they are in white with the blue numbers. So shift colors for all you sailors out there, past and present. We're underway. That ball is on the right flank now. Weavy now trying to send it forward, looking for Williams. And number 6, Tatiana Williams, is the sister of Isabella Williams, her older sister, who has played on the Rebels Academy and been on GK Sports a couple of times now. And now in the central, here's Williams now. Tatiana Williams, a shot and a save. A beautiful save that time by Alexandra Allen. Allen getting up high and able to protect the top frame. So it'll be a corner kick coming up now for Ayso Bonita Matrix. All volunteer. They're an Ayso team, and this ball is sent behind frame. But the Bonita Matrix team allowed to play in the Presidio Soccer League as other teams that are of the Ayso variety playing in the Presidio Soccer League. And that ball sent over to Allen, and now on the soccer ball is Cordero. Cordero in the area now. There's Williams. Williams is dangerous, and a goal! Go, 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 go! 1-0, Bonita Matrix. They lead in this Presidio Soccer League match. AA. Nice play as Cordero getting that ball over to Tatiana Williams, and Tatiana Williams puts it into the back of the net. And we are a 1-0 score. It's clean sheet still for the team in green, Poway Vaqueros, and putting something on the sheet, the Bonita Matrix. Here in Bonita, California, there's going to be a throw-in now for the Bonita Matrix from the near side touchline. Ella Monroy throws it in. 25-minute halves off of a bounce into the area now, trying to get another strike. Is the Matrix that can't do it. So winning it there is Gilbertson. Gilbertson trying to send it forward, but it's intercepted. Nicely done. Now the touch by Escobar sends it out wide to Weavy. Weavy now being marked heavily that time by Paula, and it's sent upfield. But still the Matrix on the soccer ball. Bartles, and it is taken away and sent down the right flank for the Vaqueros now. But they're able to win it back. The Matrix sending it forward is Escobar. Escobar couldn't get it. And now retreating back is Monroy. And they come down the central with Arnold. And Arnold was marked heavily that time. Not able to get a good shot off that time. Good defense by Bonita Matrix. And they come back the other way. Here is Escobar. And into the area now. And it just missed her teammate Cordero. 7-on-7 in this match. And now here's Williams. Williams with time and space sends a shot. And no problem for the keeper, Allen. And Allen will get it to the near side for the Vaqueros. And it's stolen away. Nicely done by Ella Monroe. Gets it to Williams. Williams, nice pass over to Escobar. That's Valentina Escobar out wide to her teammate now. That's Jillian Weavy, and a goal! Go, 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 go now! Jillian Weavy puts it into the back of the net. And that is the daughter of the head coach. And it is now 2-0. So the Bonita Matrix putting goals into the back of the net in their first few minutes of the match. And they're in a great position right now. Leading 2-0. And here's one sent all the way And making a save is Pires. Courtney Pires.
Get out wide, Jill. Get out wide,
First
Jill.
save of the match. Bonita Matrix now with it. Bartles on the out of her left defensive area there, and that ball is out of play. So it's a throw-in now for the Vaqueros. Here is Bartles. Jasmine Bartles gets it over to Valentina Escobar, and Escobar couldn't go any further. It's taken away by Lemire, and Lemire gets it again and sends it forward. She was looking up forward for Gilbertson, but Gilbertson was marked heavily by Bartles that time. The throw-in from the far side touchline off of a bounce. Intercepted by Bartles in the space. And then now Weavy sends it forward. Intercepted, though, at midfield. Nicely done, but to get it back as Monroy sends it across midfield. And now running onto it is Romeo and getting it over to Arnold. Arnold to the wide side to Smith. And Smith can't hold on to it. And now Smith trying to go after it again as Liana Cordero, a good run down the left flank now, and outside the area now, but it's taken away by the Vaqueros. And they're deep back now, running it up nicely at midfield and falling down, but the center ref says play on that time. I believe that was Romeo on that run, and the near side. And it's taken away by Williams. Williams sends it into the central, but intercepted by Smith momentarily. Mackenzie Smith retrieves it now. Mackenzie Smith now showing a little bit of speed here. Smith was dispossessed by Bartles. Nice play into space now. Here's Bartles now. Jasmine Bartles now, and can't continue on as they're able to get back to it. Jordan Lemire. And that ball is off of Bartles and out of play. So it'll be a throw-in for the Poway Vaqueros. They're losing in this match so far, 2-0. But still a lot of time left to go. And substitution is coming in now is Amara Clavio. And coming out, I believe, was Williams. And so now it is going to be a ball into the defensive half. And a shot that time by Weavy was deflected. And now into the central. With it is Cordero, and run off of it. That time was Lemire. Nice play by Lemire. Being able to get into that attempt to try and put it into the back of the net. They come back, the Vaqueros, across midfield, but it's intercepted now. Here's Clavio. Clavio now marking on Mackenzie Smith. Takes it away, but Smith gets it again and kicks it off for Cleat, and it goes over to Bartles. Bartles wins it, but can't control it. And a heavy touch outside the far side touchline. Throw in now by the Vaqueros. Vaqueros now trying to go on the attack here. But in the deep back here is Liana Cordero, and that ball is out of play, and it'll be a throw in now for the green and white. Still on the clean sheet in this match. We'll throw it in from the far side touchline. They throw it in just outside the area. Here's Bartles, but intercepted momentarily, but it'll go past the byline by Mackenzie Smith. So it'll be a goal kick. And now coming in is Sabrina Vargas for Bonita Matrix. Leading 2-0 early on in the first half of this match. Greg G.K. Porter, happy to be with you up here at Bonita Vista Middle School. And now in the deep back, after the throw by Pires, over to Monroy, and Monroy's pass was intercepted. Monroy tried to get it again, but now running onto it is Cordero. Liana Cordero now. Cordero in the space, but she double-teamed, but sends it forward, and it is deflected nicely by Escobar. Up forward, but they're able to get a touch onto it, the Vaqueros, and Poway has it now with Gilbertson. Gilbertson now gets it over to her teammate, and that is Mackenzie Smith, the speedy one, to the wide side. They can't go any further. Nice play into space, but they win it again. The Vaqueros now, they send it forward, but it was too much there for Gilbertson to run onto it, and so getting to it is Bartles. Jasmine Bartles now. Jasmine on the wide side. Jasmine trying to get around two players. Jasmine can't do it. They take it away. Now up forward to Gilbertson now. Gilbertson on the run, but they shield her off of an attempt to turn. And here is Bartles. And won in the area by the Vaqueros. And trying to get it is Smith. Smith can't get it, and it's taken away, but her teammate is there, Arnold, and then it was in the deep back. Nicely done. They sent it all the way up to midfield. And now winning it again in the deep back is the Bonita Matrix. They have it with Claville. Her pass is intercepted to the wide side. Coming back with it now is Jordan Lemire. Lemire sends an early ball. Lemire trying to get her teammate to touch it and could not do that time. In the space was Piper Palumbo and also Gilbertson, Abigail Gilbertson. But neither one of them get to it. Gilbertson intercepts it now. Here is Palumbo and can't get a strike as getting to it was Ella Monroy. Johnny on the spot that time because having a great opportunity, the Vaqueros to try to put one into the back of the net and try to cut the lead in half. Coming in now is Jillian Weavy back into the match. And also back into the match is Alora Montano. So it'll be a throw-in from the far side touchline, and it's 2-0 match. Intercepted by the Vaqueros as they send it to the area, and it's intercepted in the deep back. Monroy's been playing very, very well back there. And now running onto it is Clavillo, Amara, but she's dispossessed that time, and retreating back is Bartles. Bartles in the corner. Jasmine Bartles now trying to get around a teammate. Can't do it. Gives it away to Smith. Smith off of a carom by Romero, and just getting back to help out was Monroy. And sending that ball out of play, it will result in a corner kick. It'll be the first one of the match for the green and white, the Poway Vaqueros Academy. And back into the match is Tatiana Williams. Williams has already scored one of the 2 goals on the corner kick, and it is going to be another opportunity on this corner kick. Jillian Romero, she is doing the duties. Romero off of a defender, the Matrix, and they'll get another opportunity. At one time in the Surf Cup, working for my colleague Langevin Productions, saw about 4 corner kicks in a row. And then the team that was doing the corner kicking finally scored. Here's another try, and it is knocked out, and they'll get another one now. And that's exactly what's going to happen here. 4 corner kicks in a row. And again, Romeo will, Jillian Romeo will try and see what she can do. Romeo now sends it off of the Matrix player, but no, he says that time it was a hand knocked off the hand, and it was past the byline by the Vaqueros. So getting it going is Pires. Pires getting it quickly over to Bartles, and Bartles had to be careful because running onto her there was Sabrina Pala, and they do get a shot. So nicely done as they continue to try to keep pressure on the team in front, the Bonita Matrix. The Vaqueros now. Pressure there on Weavy. Taken away by Romeo momentarily, but Weavy gets it again. Nice play. Strong on the ball. Jillian Weavy. And sends it to midfield now. Here's Williams, the speedy one. Williams sends it back upfield. That was Weavy, and then it's brought back upfield again, but the Matrix still on the soccer ball. Bartles, nice play in the central. They want to get another strike, but being able to be strong with that soccer ball is Jordan Lemire. Nice play in the area that time. Had to be because 2 strikers were right there at her doorstep. And now here the Matrix with Jasmine Bartles. Bartles pass. Her diagonal pass was intercepted by Romeo. Nicely done. in the wide side. Here's Vargas. Vargas being marked by 2 players. She gets it over to Bartles. Bartles sends a ball into the space now. It comes back to her now and is blocked by Romeo. Nicely done. Comes over to Palumbo now. Piper Palumbo sends the ball out of her deep back. But right there is Clavillo. Clavillo sends the ball over to Williams. Williams gets it back to Clavillo and sends it towards Williams. And Williams keeps it in. Nice work that time in the back on that byline. Nicely done. However, she gave it away to Smith. Here is Mackenzie Smith. Smith on the right flank of their offense now. Sending it forward now. Good work there to Paula. And Paula now is dispossessed. That ball sent across midfield. Palumbo into the area. It's blocked. The area where there were 2 players. And now Smith sends a shot. And nicely deciding not to touch it was Courtney Perez. Coming in now into the match is Ellen Monroy coming back into the match. A little bit more than halfway through the first half of action. 2017 Presidio Soccer League. AAA. G2008. Now into the central. With it, there is Lemire, but her pass was intercepted as they stand tall at the top of the area. But they get it back. The Vaqueros sending it to the central now. Looking for, and that's Romeo. Romeo can't go any further with it as it's taken away. And here's Latano to Williams. Williams now back looking for Latano. Latano running onto the soccer ball. Alora Latano on the near side, trying to keep it in. Does so. Nicely done. But it's taken away. It's taken away by Palumbo in the space. Up forward, she was looking for Paula to do something, but Sabrina couldn't keep it in. So now it's going to be a throw-in now by Ella Monroy. Monroy off of a bounce, looking for Williams in the space. And also there is Latano, but Latano can't get to it. Latano does touch it momentarily, but it's taken away. And here is Romeo. Romeo onto the soccer ball. Jillian Romeo changes her direction over to Smith. She knows Smith is going to be there with the speed. Smith takes a shot and a save. Nice play between Romeo and Smith that time. And Smith on the run has that speed and getting a shot off on the right flank. Here's Perez, the keeper, getting it over to her teammate in the back, and that's Ella Monroy. Monroy gets it up field to Latano. Latano over to Williams. Williams trying to put it in the back of the net. Can't do it as she was heavily marked by Jordan Lemire. Lemire was right there, not allowing her to get a good strike on it. For the save by Alexandra Allen. Getting it to Smith now. Smith on the run. Smith trying to go around players, and it goes out of play. Touchdown by Amara Clavillo. And it'll be a throw-in. And no, they say it was touchdown. The center rep says it was touchdown by Smith. Some substitutions are coming in for both teams. And it's 2-0 affair in the first half. The throw-in. Enjoying the lead, Bonita Matrix. Williams into space, draws it back, upfield, and it's sent forward to Escobar. Escobar now has it in the air. Escobar, and nicely done. Again, protecting in the area was Jordan Lemire, not to allow Escobar the chance. So now it will be a corner kick opportunity for Bonita Matrix. Setting it up, Amara Clavillo. Clavillo now, waiting for her teammates to get in the space so she can serve it on a set piece try here. And it's a short one, and it goes out of play. So maybe too much was going on, and center ref had to stop the action there, make sure everybody was doing the right thing in the area, and then finally Clavillo did strike the soccer ball but didn't get anything out of it. Intercepted though. Here's Cordero now, the wide side, and that ball goes out of play. Time running out here in the first half. Bonita Matrix leading 2-0. The throw-in by Clavillo into the space. And it goes out of play. And lastly, out of play by Clavillo. Couldn't get anybody to run onto it. Allen gets things going for her team. And it's out of play now, knocked out. Lastly by the Vaqueros. Clavillo throws it in, intercepted by Smith, and it's going to be out of play. The throw in now for Lemire. Lemire to throw it in, intercepted by Escobar. And in the deep back, here's Cordero sending it forward across midfield. And now the Vaqueros trying to continue forward, but they can't. Here's Sabrina Vargas. Vargas on the near side, sending the ball forward. It's intercepted there by Romero, but they get it back. Here's Williams, and Romero gets a touch. It goes back to midfield now as they want to try to go forward, but Strong right there in the space. Nicely done at midfield. You saw there by Monroy. Here's Vargas, but it trickles over to Romeo. Romeo looking forward to Gilbertson, and Gilbertson runs onto it. Gilbertson wants to continue. But right there, marking her well, is Clavillo, and Clavillo wins the soccer ball. Clavillo coming out of the deep back to midfield, but couldn't continue any forward there that time, as playing well in space was the Vaqueros, and now it is going to be a free kick as the foul by the Matrix. Just a few minutes left to play here in the first half.
Mark up, girls. No one's free.
Vaqueros, not much time here to try to get one in the first half and cut the lead in half. Here is Lemire. Lemire sends the ball all the way to Gilbertson, but she couldn't handle it. Monroy gets a touch, but here's Romeo now. Romeo's pass is intercepted. Nicely done by Escobar. But here's Smith now, but it's intercepted by Clavillo. It trickles forward, 50-50 ball to the near side, and running onto it is Vargas. Sabrina Vargas now on the near side. Vargas trying to go further, but cannot, as Mackenzie Arnold is there. Nicely done. And they win it in the deep back, send it forward, but intercepted by Clavillo. Clavillo now, still on the soccer ball. Clavillo wants to continue forward, but Smith won't allow her, as it is knocked out of play by Clavillo, and it'll be a throw in the far side touchline. Some substitutions coming in now for the Bonita Matrix as Bartles comes back into the match, and so does Jillian Weavy. So it's a throw-in for the far side touchline for the Poway Vaqueros. Down the right flank, looking for Smith. Smith won't be able to get to it as Cordero is strong in the space. Just drop back to Weavy, and it goes out of play off of Smith's cleat, and Weavy will throw it in.
Top, you're down. Come on, off the top.
The Jillian Weavy and her team has played well all over the pitch, defensively and offensively, as they say on both sides of the soccer ball. It's the ball that is the world's most famous sport, football. In most of the world, soccer in this country, because we got another sport called football, and they are doing their thing on the professional side, the college side, and the high school side of things. Coming out is Romeo, as she was dinged up in the foot area. And so now Lemire will take this free kick. Lemire sending it all the way right outside the area, and Weavy just lets it roll out of play. So Perez will get it started. Hauls it off to the left over to Weavy. And Weavy sends that ball towards midfield, trying to get somebody to run onto it, but instead running onto it is Liliana Alejo, and Alejo and Smith now working to play forward to Gilbertson, but tough in the space is Cordero, and Cordero sends it down the left flank, out of play. Throw in for the Vaqueros. Lemire, Jordan Lemire throws it in. Nice good throw in into the corner, looking for Gilbertson. She couldn't win it. And now here's Williams, but it's stolen by Alejo, but then stolen back and sent all the way forward. And coming off her line nicely is Alexandra Allen. Allen didn't want that ball to go any further and have a chance for anybody to run onto it, and made a nice, smart keeper play. Throwing it in, the Vaqueros, or rather that was Matrix, is intercepted. Here's Gilbertson now. Gilbertson on the soccer ball. Gilbertson trying to turn and does so. Tries to get around two players and does so. Gilbertson trying to go forward but could not. She had her teammate to the left, and that would have probably been the best play. But nevertheless, interesting first half of action. We hope you enjoyed all of the action here at Bonita Vista Middle School. It's a 2017 Presidio Soccer League G2008 AAA. Stick with us. We'll be right back with the second half of action.
Go, Jills. Finish it, Jills. Nice. Tidy. Oh. Good ball. That's you, Teddy. That's all you need. There you go. Shot! Toddy, come on, number 10 is yours. Let's go. Don't go in.
Second half action set to get underway. It's 2-0. Bonita Matrix leading over the Poway Vaqueros Academy. The Matrix are going from right to left, and left to right is the Poway Vaqueros. Out wide now with it is Williams. Williams sends a pass into the area, but it's intercepted. It wasn't far enough to get to her teammate that time, was Escobar. But they win it back now, and there's a player that fell down on a collision that time. Change of keeper for the Poway Vaqueros. They have Mackenzie Arnold now as a keeper. And out there on the pitch is Alexandra Allen. And save by Perez, who stays in for Bonita Matrix. And Perez gets it started. Sending it forward, intercepted. But they do get another strike. Smith intercepting the soccer ball. But Bartles, who had sent the ball forward in the initial strike there, and getting it to Williams. They take it away from Williams. Here's Bartles now in the space. And it gets over to Escobar. And now on the near side to Cordero. Cordero to Weavy. Jillian Weavy sends the ball back to the central. Good passing. Going forward is Williams, but she was dispossessed as two players marked her very nicely. Here's Romeo. Romeo goes down, and it's going to be a free kick.
Jilly, gotta cover. Cover somebody right away. Mark up. Ella back. There you go. Mark up. Mark 6.
Free kick now for the green and white, the Poway Vaqueros.
Run to her, run.
Down in this match, 2-0. Sending the ball all the way down to where Perez has to make a save. Courtney Perez to the near side. Over to Monroy. Monroy trying to keep it in. Monroy changes their direction. Monroy's been marked heavily by the former keeper, that's Allen. And on the near side, they take it away, and then it's sent all the way back.
Good ball, good ball.
And it'll be out of play. And the Vaqueros will throw it in. Number 5 for the Vaqueros, Jordan Lemire. Lemire will throw it in. Into some space, looking for Smith. Smith does win the soccer ball against Monroy, but Monroy finally stays with it and gets it back. Ella Monroy sends it forward, but it's intercepted. Nicely done as they continue to put the pressure on Smith for the Vaqueros. And, of course, Lemire. And it is knocked out of play that time by Valentina Escobar, and here's Escobar. Valentina on the soccer ball. Valentina sends it forward, looking for Williams. Here's Williams, Tatiana Williams. Williams on the soccer ball sends a shot, and a good one. But getting up and making the save is Mackenzie Arnold. Arnold now, off to the left. Get the offense going, but Williams putting some pressure, and they win the soccer ball and keep it in the defensive half. Here is Cordero. Cordero under a lot of pressure in the central, and Smith takes it away. Now here is Smith, and you know she's got speed. And actually that was Allen, and Allen showing her speed. Smith number 4 and Allen number 6, and Allen showing her speed that time. Here is Smith. Smith now showing just what I got through saying, and it is on the near side, and can they keep it in? They do. Nicely done by Monroy. Monroy gets it over her teammate, but Smith being a pass now into space, but staying with it is Cordero, but it's intercepted as they box him in to Weavy, the shot and a save. Romeo did a fine job of intercepting that soccer ball and then getting it to her striker for a shot, and they were able to make the save. Here's Monroy. Monroy across midfield. And running onto it now is in the central is Bartles, and Bartles sending that ball all the way across midfield, but getting back for the Vaqueros is Alejo. Alejo working in that left area, and they want to continue forward, and they will get a shot, but it is going to be past the byline. So past the byline, and it's going to be a substitution on the near side for the Matrix as Weavy comes out of the match. The Vaqueros want to continue to try and work in the defensive half of the Matrix. See what they can try and do and get one into the back of the net. And the Matrix are content to play good defense and get that ball out of their own defensive half, and if they score, they score. If not, they still have the 2-0 lead. The onus is on the Vaqueros to try and get a tie out of this match or win it. They got some work to do on the far side. It goes off the Vaquero player that time. Well, it was Piper Palumbo, and it's a throw-in. Actually, that was Paula it went off of. And in the space, Matrix, Escobar, they dispossess her. Williams in the space now. Williams weaving her way. Tatiana Williams trying to continue to go forward, but they have 3 players there, and they don't allow her to do that. And it is sent out of their own area. Up forward, going down in the space was Allen. Center ref says play on to the near side. Here is Vargas. Vargas was run and marked on very heavily, but she did get it over to her teammate in the space that time, and that was Escobar, but Escobar couldn't get a good shot, and it's going to be a corner kick. Williams will take it as it went off the Vaqueros, past the byline. Clavijo comes into the match for Monroy. And so this corner kick, Williams, and it goes off of the cleat that time of Allen, but they still get a shot, and just able to make the save is Arnold.
Todd, you wide. Number 7.
Out of the deep bank, the Poway Vaqueros now.
Marmar, you see the player right
Moving upfield with Lemire. Lemire sends it across midfield, but won by the Matrix. But there's Romeo in the central, but it went off her cleat, and it was sent forward and out of play. And actually, when it was sent forward, it went right to the gut of Jordan Lemire. And Lemire is trying to get her air back, and the coach is saying, stand up. Try to get your air back. As that was a strike, I believe, by Bartles that was ran onto the soccer ball and trying to find a teammate. Substitutions come in now for the Matrix as they get a couple fresh players in. Laura Lantano is into the match again, and Jillian Weavey's into the match. Throw in now. The far side touchline. Any player that comes in for any team, didn't mention this earlier, but I want to mention it now, is going to be mentioned as they touch that soccer ball. So tough to see on the far side. Not just as important as the team on the near side as far as substitutions are concerned. In his 2-0 match, Romeo will throw it in.
Make sure you don't let her run by you. You stay down. Laura, stay up.
Jillian will look and see, get some offense going down the right flank of their offense. Up forward to Gilbertson. Gilbertson wins it. Gilbertson trying to go forward, but bumping her off of the soccer ball was Clavillo. And it pops around in the central. There's Williams now. Tatiana Williams sends the ball all the way down towards the right flank and getting a runner. Nicely done. But in the back, they're able to win it. The Vaqueros across midfield. They get it to Gilbertson now. And Gilbertson is fouled there. And Gilbertson is not feeling good right about now. Might have been a knee-to-knee action. And it's going to be a free kick as they all take a knee. Check on Gilbertson. Abigail, look for opportunities all over this pitch to try and keep some offense going for her Vaqueros. And she'll walk off hobbling. Hopefully she gets an opportunity, feels well enough to come back into the match. Her body feels better, but if not, they have extra players. We did a match, Presidio League match, the first one for 2017, and a couple weeks ago, and one of the teams did not, M-City Soccer Academy, did not have any extra players.
Mark up, Toddy, look outside.
As it turned out, that match ended up a big deficit, and it didn't even actually go to the full extent. There was a few minutes left to go in the match, and it was called. Going to be a corner kick.
Mark up in front. Come on, Sabrina, put a hand on her.
By Romeo. You can see many of our soccer matches, all of our soccer matches actually, all the way back to 2012. On GK Sports, it's all in capital letters.
Let's go, Laura.
Just go to YouTube, into the search, put it all in capital letters, GK Sports, and you can see videos that were done in 480p, not in the high definition, but over the last couple of years, nothing but high definition, and over the last 2 years in 4K. All you have to do is just go to the rotary wheel and click. If your processor on your computer can handle processing speed of 4K, then you'll see it in 4K. That's ultra high def. That ball goes out of play, and it is knocked out by the Vaqueros. Ella Monroy will throw it in. And it is now out of play again, or actually he's telling Monroy that she has to throw it in again. And Monroy throws it again. And it goes out of play. So nevertheless, the Vaqueros get what they want. At midfield, they'll throw it in. They need as many opportunities as they can because time is running down on them. And they're down by 2-0. They're going to be approaching urgency time pretty soon.
There you go, Jilly, right in the middle. Go, Jilly.
Throw in by Romeo. Good throw in, but it's intercepted nicely. Done that time by Weavy.
You got to run, center it.
Here is Escobar. Valentina Escobar. And still down at right flank. But she had already touched it out of play. And good marking that time by Lemire. Lemire throws it in. And it was touched out by Bonita Matrix. Lemire throws it in again. Jordan looking for somebody to run onto it. And Allen tried to run onto it. And it's going to turn out to be a foul against the Matrix into space. So now they got a free kick and they can get it into the area. Jordan Lemire will take it. But first the substitution as coming out of the match is Amara Clavillo. Matrix. And in the area, they just missed an opportunity. Allen was there, but not able to bring that ball to where she could control it and get it to one of her teammates and put it in the back of the net. That was an opportunity that they would have liked to capitalize on, but not able to do it. Down 2-0, still the clean sheet for the Vaqueros across midfield. Now with it is Lemire. Lemire sends it across midfield, looking for Romeo, but she didn't get it. And now they got to retreat back. And the ball to the near side. Smith. Mackenzie Smith works it over to Allen. Alexandra Allen. Allen sends an early ball. Looking for somebody to run onto it for the Vaqueros. And Smith chasing it down. And Smith wins it into the area. Just couldn't get it to Allen. And they do get a shot, but it's going to be wide of frame. If that ball gets to Allen that time, they had a great chance of putting it in the back of the net. And again, another opportunity going awry for the Poway Vaqueros. Can't say they haven't had some pretty good opportunities in this match. They have to start making good on them. Down 2-0. Coming up with the soccer ball is Liana Cordero. Cordero, nice run, but can't go any further. Dispossessed, sent to midfield, but gets help there by Monroy. Monroy sends it all the way forward to Escobar. It trickles into the area, and Vargas almost got a strike on it that time. But they marked her well that time in the space. Here's Allen now. Allen for the Vaqueros. Allen, the keeper in the first half, sends a ball in space, but Monroy intercepts. Here's Vargas now. Vargas keeps the defender off the soccer ball. Now with Smith. And then now over to her teammate. That's Weavy sending it forward to Escobar, but it was intercepted. Now they go forward and do the wide side. Trying to make the big move was Allen, and she was marked heavily that time and is sent out of play. Allen adding a little bit more speed for him in the second half. Alexandra Allen, along with Mackenzie Smith. You saw her speed in the first half. Coming in is Bartles. Jasmine Bartles for the Matrix, throwing the far side touchline. Intercepted into space. However, they do send a shot, and it already went past the byline. So Perez will get it started.
Let's go. Come wide, come wide. Come wide, be an option.
And now she sends it over to her teammate, Cordero. Liana Cordero on the near side. Liana sends the ball over to her teammate. Nicely done. Gets it over to Bartles. Bartles still on the soccer ball. Bartles a save. Bartles shoots it again, and it's another save again. Beautiful job by Mackenzie Arnold. And here's Bartles again. Bartles now in close, and Bartles flies over her, and there's no call, and the Vaqueros have the soccer ball, and they come out with it. Oh, good defensive play by the Vaqueros. And spearheading that was the keeper, Mackenzie Arnold, keeping that ball out of the back of the net and keeping her team still close at a 2-0 match. Trying to go forward is Romero. She double-teamed, and they take it away from her. On the soccer ball is Valentina Escobar. Escobar sends the ball into the central, looking for Williams. Williams trying to chase it down, won't get to it. To the near side, though. A runner from the back. Nicely done. And they just couldn't keep it going. Cordero coming up from the back, trying to run down the left flank. Those are always dangerous for the defenders of the other team. Not expecting the defender to run into the fray, the offensive fray. Here is Escobar, but nicely done by Romeo. And it goes to the wide side, and Weavy sends it out of play. Romeo will throw it in. He's been very active in this match. For the Vaqueros, Jillian Romeo. And Romeo throws it towards the area. It's intercepted now. And here is Williams. Williams on the move. Williams with speed. Williams trying to go further. And they take it away from her momentarily. And here's a shot. Getting off the shot is Bartles. And no problem for Arnold to make the save. In the deep back. Here's the Vaqueros. Trying to continue forward. They're only working with a few minutes now. And now it is urgency time for the Poway Vaqueros. On the left flank, though, with the soccer ball is Cordero. Just missed putting it in the back of the net. Nice run again by Liana Cordero. And Cordero nearly beat the keeper that time. Into the back of the net.
Remember, you can pressure the ball, girls. Pressure.
Number 7, Leona.
In the deep back, and the ball goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in now. On the near side for the blue and yellow. About the same colors as the LA Galaxy San Diego. Competitive team. And this ball is trickled out of play off the matrix. It'll be a throw-in.
5 minutes, girls.
The Vaqueros working with a few minutes in urgency time. They have to make quick moves up the field and try and see if they can put one into the back of the net. Otherwise, they're going to lose this match. Here's Williams and a goal! Go, 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 go! Tatiana Williams, the intercept. And then the strike into the back of the net. 3-0. The Bonita Matrix. And it looks like this match, for all intents and purposes, is over. That was a big intercept. And now the Vaqueros, too much to try and put 3 goals into the back of the net in just a few minutes left in the match. Vaqueros, they do get a shot. And Perez makes the save. They have to do very, very quick work, and they got to be very accurate with the time that's left. If you're the Vaqueros, Smith. Smith has the speed. Gets it to Gilbertson. Nice pass. Gilbertson, but sends it forward, and nobody's there to run onto it on the left flank. It turned out to be a shot, and it goes past the byline. Perez. Courtney Perez will get it started. Off to her teammate, Ella Monroy, who's played well. Monroy sending it forward. Trying to stay with it was Williams and also Vargas in the space. They get it by Vargas. Up forward, Romeo trying to control it, could not. However, her teammate has it. That is Smith, and it went forward, Gilbertson. And she might be still smarting from that earlier injury. It's nice to see her back in the match, though. Here's Romeo. Romeo onto the soccer ball. Romeo, the wide side. Allen takes a long shot. No problem for Perez. Perez will get it going here. Not in a hurry. Dishes it off to the left. Gets it over her teammate Amara Clavillo. Clavillo now sends a ball forward down the left flank. Can't get anybody to run onto it, so it'll be a throw-in. Lemire will throw it in for the Poway Vaqueros. Down 3-0. Still the clean sheet. Here is Gilbertson. Gilbertson weaving her way. Weavy is in the space. Takes it away from her, but there's Romeo. Romeo in the central. Romeo sends the ball down the left flank now, looking for Allen. Allen's got a little speed. Allen now. And there's Monroy. Wouldn't allow her to turn. Gilbertson, and it's going to turn out to be a free kick. Foul on the play. Perez with a free kick.
Run towards the middle of the goal. Cover the goal. Right there.
Just moments left in this match. Perez in the central, intercepted by Romeo. Gets it over to her teammate Smith. Romeo now. And in the central, they tighten up. And you can easily see where the Poway Vaqueros are going to cause some teams some problems in this Presidio Soccer League 2017. Perez makes the save. And just are going to be able to do some different things and give themselves a chance in this AA. Gilbertson now in the central. They run into a pretty doggone good Ayso team here in the Bonita Matrix. The wide side, the Vaqueros. Lemire sending an early ball, but Allen not able to run it down. And it's going to turn out to be a throw in, and you see now coming in is Cordero back in the match along with Valentina Escobar. And a throw in now by Cordero. Looks like this will be the final score, 3-0. Unless the Vaqueros can get something going here real quick. Put one in the back of the net. Or maybe two, but they don't really have a lot of time to do the second one. They can get one, they'll erase a shutout. But right now, with it is Escobar sending it forward to the wide side for Williams to try to run onto it. She won't be able to. Vargas touches it. It's intercepted. And now here's Allen. Allen enjoying the fact that in the second half, able to run around on the pitch. Gilbertson trying to get to it, cannot. And she gets help. And then Gilbertson does win the soccer ball. But trickles off her cleat, and Escobar just sends it forward now to the near side. Lontano now. Laura Lontano, and they take it away. The Vaqueros on the near side. Escobar just shoots it out of play. And that's the end of the match. We hope you enjoyed all of the action here in this 2017 Presidio Soccer League Girls 2008 birth age AA from Bonita Vista Middle School. Won by the Bonita Matrix. The Ayso team doing a fine job in this match. Playing well on both sides of the ball. And they will get the competitive high five. And then we will hear some words from the players from the Bonita Matrix on this morning. Last weekend of September 2017. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
Hello, my name is Laura, and my favorite player is Alex Morgan. He just inspires me to play soccer.
Hello and welcome to Matrix News. You are here with Valentina Escobar telling you that Matrix won today. It was a great effort. The whole team played very well. 3-0.
Hi, my name is Ella, and I think we played wonderful. My favorite soccer player is Alex Morgan. He inspires me to play soccer.
Relax. Hi. My name is Bob. Our cheer now? Yeah, it's a cheer. I'm in the middle. Here. Who's holding? Everyone, Jillian, come on! Liana! Liana! This whole team, let's go, Liana. You need to be loud, though. Really loud. Very loud. We will rock you down, take you up. Let's go, Go Matrix!
Awesome, ladies.
Nice. That's you, Tony. That's all you need.
Go, Tabby.
Go ahead, Leon. Go ahead. There we go. Finish it. Right beside him.